I'm a terrified one for you this week.
This is an exciting time. We've got 2 guests on the show. We talk a whole lot about and and cash
And working out in body muscles.
and fashion design
And splitting your tongue in two.
and having wild hospital visits after sharp.
But also, we're very positive here.
Oh, that's right. And it's fun to see a couple fight.
Don't, yeah. And I leave the room at one point because I can't handle it.
It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. We have Teddy, Bryce, and Johnny Walker on the show. XXX.
You better.
M.
Oh.
M.
Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with a sloppy seconds. Oh, diva. Our number is 213-536-91.
No. Keep
80. Our email is sloppyseconds@gmail.com. Now on with the show. Oh! How you slops used to be you not so girl. Sloppy second big Dipper and Meatball. That's Big Dipper.
Tell me about it.
Stared.
Yeah, is
Like
it
a
new?
short arm. No, I've worn this on the podcast before. I believe with the cowboy hat.
But you were like, I've been up all night. I have to sew all week long.
I did.
And then
No,
you're
I had
just
to sew all night that night before Fat Slut because I needed to make 2 new outfits for the new number. And then I've been working every single day this week.
Good for you.
No, not good for me. I'm trying to go to Folsom with a beard and I can't.
Well,
They're going to see double shrimp the whole time.
did you see a friend of ours shave their whole face off?
Whomst.
You saw on the internet.
Whomst.
I haven't done that in years. That's so scary to me.
You should do it. Oh,
I
Mother
would
Teresa,
look.
you have to. I want to see what that neck looks like.
It looks like
I want to get a hand on it.
no, the neck looks
Shake it
like,
like a
you
dog.
know, on when you have like recreational activities on a lake, and one of them is like a big balloon you can blow up and jump into.
Yes.
That's probably what this looks like.
the bladder. Anyway, speaking of
Speaking of bladders,
big bladders and
organs, internal organs,
listen, our guests today are.
plural.
I said guests.
I'm
Oh,
making it exciting for them watching.
okay. Well, one of them is only in town here to. They are a bodybuilder, a tattoo artist, a fist receptacle, and a fashion designer. It's Teddy Bryce
And-
and his husband, who is a husband, a photographer, a legend.
It's Johnny Walker. Hi guys.
We are
Johnny.
very excited to be here.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you so much for being
Yeah,
here.
thank you for having us.
And quite the commute, all the way
All
from
the
the
way
UK.
yeah.
Yucca.
Yeah, absolutely. We flew business class though, so
Oh.
it was a nice flight.
Here's the thing:
Here's
all
what
of
we
these
gotta
people make
They
so
make
much.
so much
money.
wrong industry.
Oh
Ob-
no, it's not because we make a lot of money. It's
Oh.
because we are accustomed to a certain lifestyle.
Oh,
It's not that we can like necessarily afford it. We just need it.
All these stars have really high credit limits.
I think we really relate to. We can't afford it, but we need.
We
it.
need it. Because, girl, we've been doing the business class or Comfort Plus trips now.
Oh yeah,
I can't imagine
gotta
not
happen.
doing
Makes a
it.
difference.
your body
Well,
feels
for a flight that long, what is that? 18? No, 9
10?
hours.
10
45
Yeah, yeah.
hours.
I was gonna say 18, but that's to Japan. So it's 9 or 10,
About 10 hours.
10 hours.
Yeah.
and you have to make one layover, don't you?
In
So
London.
and then
Yeah.
straight to, yeah. It's not too bad.
Oh, nice.
And
Well,
usually I-
welcome.
Thank you.
This is fun.
Yeah.
And you just landed this morning?
Last night,
Oh God!
And have you already gotten up to some trouble in Los Angeles?
of course.
we filmed already.
With who?
He goes by Inked Jimmy and his boyfriend. Help me.
I love
Bleep it.
this. I love it. Bleep it. Kill him.
I met him like that day, so
The
that was-
boyfriend?
Yeah, that was
Wait.
the first time I ever.
Okay.
That
interacted
is
with
so
him,
wild to me.
They're both very, very sweet, and they had big, and I had a great time.
The libido was popping at this table.
Yeah,
Yeah. What are you taking? Testosterone to get it up?
to get it up. No, I mean, I don't I don't really even worry about that anymore.
It's just about opening up.
Yeah. I take testosterone for the muscles. But I don't really even necessarily worry about my anymore. It's just kind of about the
It's not your focus.
No, it's not.
I have to worry.
Yeah, Lee has to worry.
And do you
yeah.
worry, or is it
No.
enjoyable?
Oh, it's
You just show
enjoyable,
up
yeah,
and
yeah.
you're ready to play.
Yeah, I mean, like, porn isn't necessarily something I love doing.
Really? But is.
How interesting.
I like
Oh, do you relate?
I like
hate
being
doing
behind the
that.
camera. You know, I'm a photographer by trade.
Yeah.
I like videography. I like photography. But I am good at just turning up and getting up.
Turning up and getting up. I will turn up to the gig and I will get up, baby.
Yeah.
No, wait. How do you two as like a couple decide who you're gonna film with? Or is it more
we,
like
we have people we film with together who are verse, or we have our separate ones.
Yeah.
It's very convenient for us to find people who are more verse because then we get more content out of it, and it's even better for them as well. I know that sounds so like
I love it.
so
I
boring
love
though, like but it's even better for them because I lure them in by being like, you can get 2 scenes in like 1 filming sesh. You know? But
Listen,
we
this
both
is a
have-
business.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
No, and it's really important because I think there are some people who are sort of weird about the business part of it, or they do the thing where they're like, we should, and then the filming comes after. And it just like, it's like, you can't blur the line, especially when it comes to that. You have to be like, let's film, let's make content. You're
And then
gonna
we can be
get to have
friends, yeah.
and be friendly and whatever. That's like a perk of it.
I find that
I
that's
guess.
like a new performer thing is like all of the like warm up and
It's, like,
rigmarole and all that
flirty.
stuff. Whereas like people who have been in this for like, I mean, he's been doing cam shows since he was like 18 or something. You know, like we both been doing
We got to talk about that.
for a long time. Like I've been doing like in person since I was about that age too. It's very much a business for us, and it's very much like
It can be enjoyable,
oh yeah, we have a
but
blast.
it
we
needs
have a
to
great
be
time.
business.
But you
Yeah,
lead
yeah.
with the business first.
Yeah,
Like, hey, we
no.
should film together.
And if
Hey,
someone's
we
like,
should
I
blah, blah,
need
blah.
2 hours to warm up, I'm like, well, I don't have 2 hours. You need to go.
Yeah, you're like
Get
warm
out.
up at home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and a
right.
lot of times we'll like cut scenes short because we're like, that's not working. Like you gotta
So what
Gotta
happens
go.
with that footage?
You could turn it into a little amuse
some
bouche, maybe.
yeah. Sometimes you can do like a little teaser or something,
And then they can't find the final scene, and
Yeah.
you're like, I don't know where that. It's just a teaser
yeah,
to nothing.
Yeah, just like
We
Keep
don't-
scrolling.
we don't
You're
have
like,
too much.
subscribe. You'll
Yeah,
find it.
We don't have a ton of problems now because we have a lot of friends. We recommend people. We
Mhm.
meet
Right.
people a lot when we're out, and we
We
have a
do
good connection with
referral-based
them.
now.
And
Ah.
Referral based.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Do
Yeah,
you
yeah.
feel like the field is getting more and more crowded because it's more normalized now with subscription sites, or do you not?
I
feel
would say
that way?
less currently.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because everyone kind of jumped on and everyone realized how much work it was.
So
and
much
then,
work.
Yes.
And then it was like, oh, what happens when there's, a bump in the road and everyone leaves? And it's like, no, you just got to go through.
Well, yeah, because do you remember when OnlyFans was like changing
Yes.
their policies, and
Mhm.
everyone was like, "It's over, is done." And me and Lee remembered when they got rid of Rent Boy. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Like years and years and
I
years
was
ago.
It's not
I was
only-
in New York mid-trip working and it closed down.
Well, everyone was.
I was
like,
there like 2 days prior after like a Hustler Ball event
Yeah.
and it got raided like 2 days later.
Yeah,
Oh
because
my
it wasn't
God.
just closed down. It was like the guy got arrested.
Oh, so
Yeah.
they were
arrested
like
for, like-
taking out like files from his apartment.
And I was like,
So
who
it was like
has
very
physical
dramatic.
files?
Yeah, exactly. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
just throw that computer out the
Yeah.
window.
Flush that computer
Flush
down
that
the
computer down the
toilet.
toilet.
And
No,
then
but everyone was like
you just
escorting
change and
over.
adapt.
Yeah,
Right.
but
Yeah.
but it didn't end. They just got
That's
rent
why it
men.
was in
Yeah.
the middle of
It
your
just
trip.
grew up.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
What did you end up doing? Just like referrals?
Changed and adapt. I just found different sites to advertise on.
Mm.
I kind of reached out to everyone that I've met so far, telling them I was going to be there for like another 2 weeks if they wanted
Right.
to meet again.
I love that.
Discounts.
Why not?
No one gets discounts.
I love when I get.
No one
I
has
love
No
when
one
I
gets
get a
discounts.
text about
I'm using
discounts.
dirty wage
and
out
I'm
there.
like,
People text you about discounts?
Wait,
All the
yeah.
time.
Wait, I just got one that was like 3 sessions for this much, but you had to pay up front. And I was like, oh my God, he's like
work.
half pricing himself.
See,
Ooh.
I
Which
just,
is, I immediately go, that's dark.
yeah, that is.
well, you just go like, oh, you got some bills to pay.
The end of the month's coming real quick.
I have
Yeah.
people. Sometimes people hit me up and they're like more flirty than they have ever been before.
Or
That's
just
when you
flirty
know.
at all.
At
And you're
all.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, what's
Mm.
going on here? And then at the end of it, it's like, yeah, that was great. It'd be great if you sent me some Apple Cash or whatever, just, for this conversation.
then I'll owe you.
And I'm like,
Oh, whoa.
For
for the
Whoa, that's
conversation?
weird.
It
You're
was
on the
completely
wrong
weird.
side of the
Yeah.
law.
no, on the law.
Yeah, maybe. Who's messaging you like that?
Some people that I've worked with in the past on different things, and then they start the no, and then they like start this conversation. They're like start telling me some like hot story, and then it's like coming in installments, and they're like, "You want to hear more?" And I was like, "Sure." I'm like literally at home, like
Oh, it's like choose your own
texting
adventure
back.
kind of thing?
Not even that. He's like telling me some story about some guy that hit him, and he's like just
Would you like to proceed?
revealing a little. Yeah, it's like press A if you no.
Well,
And then at the end, he was like,
skip
"Well."
to page 42.
He was like, "Well, that was great," and I was like, "Yeah, thanks for sharing." And he was like, "It'd be great if you sent me a little money for my time." And I was like, "You
Wow.
texted
You
me."
did that. Yeah, that's a lot. You want to know who's really good at that? Is Johnny. I'm horrible at it.
Like,
I,
Finessing people.
yeah. He's really
You
good
put
at
the
it.
Not-
cheese on the meat.
not that way though. You cannot put yourself out there to make money. You have to kind of be good at
Luring.
engaging people once it's been initiated.
Yes.
Like I would never, if someone texts me and was like, "Hey, like I love it. Maybe you can start stealing money from me." I'll be like, "Yeah, no, like," and then
Yeah,
Oh,
he
like
does a
cash.
lot of like fin dom and just like dom
Oh.
stuff generally. So most
Yeah.
people come to him wanting to give him a lot of money, and he's really good at just like
What's that
taking
energy?
it. I'm awful. People will tell me like, "Hey, drain my bank account," and I'm like, yeah, pig, give me a 20." Like I don't even know what to say.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me ask
thanks.
you this.
Give me a 20.
I-
You're
I had a
too low.
guy tell me he like revealed to me that he had this fetish
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
and that he wanted me to dominate him financially.
oh yeah,
He showed me his bank accounts.
Yeah.
I'm like, you have more money than I do.
How
And
much was it?
he had like 11,000 in one and like 14 in
It's
another.
enough.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
And I was like, he
That's
was
a
like,
okay amount, I guess.
he was like, I don't make enough money for another little bit, so this is all I have to live on. And my husband, he's married, and he's like,
yeah.
my husband is expecting me to pay the mortgage. Like
So,
he's
he-
sort
so
of
he's looking for the adrenaline.
he
as well.
set
that's what
all
it
this
is.
up,
Yeah,
and then
Because they reveal parts about themselves by not telling you
Yes.
things.
and it's my kid's birthday, and
Whereas
Christmas is
he
coming
doesn't
up.
clock any of this. I like as they tell you the story,
Yeah.
they start telling you bits, and then you can understand what they want, where their limits are. Like like what if they start telling you the rent's due, or like
Yeah.
they have a partner, and then you can understand like where they're going. They're
And-
giving you all the bits.
right. And I feel like I like to be dominant, but I like to be caring
Yeah.
and dominant so that someone feels safe.
Yeah.
So I
Aw.
said it got like really intense in the conversation, and I was like, I'm gonna drain you for everything, but I'm gonna make sure you're always protected. Like that was the narrative I was going
Yeah.
for, and so I eventually.
He said block.
Yeah, he said no.
well, no, we were in
Yeah.
we were in person.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
goes,
We were- We were-
betrayed me.
Well, this is why I'm telling the story. We were in person. He kept holding his phone out, and we were sending me money. I was like making him send me money on his phone, and then the following day he hit me up and he was like, "That was so hot. That was so exciting. Thank you so much. Can I have all that money back?" And I said, and we had been friends. We've been friends for like
Amazing.
3 or 4 years before he revealed this to me, like on and off buddies. And so I said to him, I said,
I hate this story.
I will send all this money back to you, but you can never talk to me about this ever again.
We'll just never talk to you in general. Like
Well,
I would
I-
be like, no, we're done.
Yeah, because I felt like he revealed this thing to me. He wanted this. He asked
Oh,
for
he
it.
used you
What?
unconsensually. He used
Yeah,
you.
Yeah, he
used you.
fully
Yeah.
used you.
And
yeah.
I almost
He
wanted to
drained
be like,
you.
I would have been like, no.
and I need
Yeah, I would've said
$200
no,
for
for
the
sure.
90 minutes that you took off of
Right?
my time.
300.
Okay, yes, I'm worth it. So, anyways, that was really interesting to me because I was like, I don't have the heart. After he revealed that he needed that money to pay these bills, I didn't have the heart to keep the money when he asked for it back.
Yeah, no. He emotionally manipulated.
Yeah.
you.
Would you
we
have given
don't
the money
know.
back?
No, hell no.
I wouldn't have either.
He-
I
he-
would have also been like, you did this. It's my money now.
I
Yeah.
know. I just would have felt weird.
How much
spending
money
that
was
money.
it?
Well,
Oh,
it's
it was
weird
like
because you knew
$1,000.
them, so
What'd you
they.
say?
It was like
yeah.
$1,000.
Yeah, it
right?
was like $1,100.
Yeah, I mean,
something
you
like
knew the person, so that makes it
I also-
awkward
yeah.
and weird.
Yeah.
But also, you could have just never seen them again. You have so many other.
that. I
buddies.
have ignored him ever since.
Good.
If you want to do that kind of stuff, you have to have a harder edge, I
Yeah.
think. Like, I don't have that. Johnny has that. Johnny's like most famous video is the best.
Oh,
He's like, it's this guy who he's in the car.
This is like a Tumblr one, you know, like
Yeah.
when like they really
Like
made
back
the
in the day.
rounds.
Tumblr.
He's in the car looking out the car to someone at the ATM. The
In
guy
the
turns
snow.
around. Yeah, in the snow. The guy turns around and gives him like a whole thing of cash, like fresh from the ATM, just still warm. And he goes, "What's your name?" The guy says his name. "What's your address?" Guy says his address. And he says like, what was the last thing? He said?
Off.
Yeah, then he just goes "F off" and,
And
drives away.
he goes.
Yeah.
Just walks
It is
away.
so hard.
And is ultimately that's what he wanted.
Oh no,
yeah,
that
yeah.
is that is.
Yeah, fully.
Do you get thank you messages after you ruin
Oh
people's lives?
yeah, no, like they
He gets
love,
calls
love, love,
from
love.
people's partners threatening
Yeah, I
that
was
they're
about
going
to
to
say,
kill him.
yeah.
What happens then? Do you just go, sorry, bye?
I just don't even reply.
Yeah.
I'm like, that sounds like a you and your partner problem.
I
You
was
two are
providing
made
us
for
yeah,
each
I was like,
other.
we need to be besties.
Yeah.
We have to take a break.
But we'll be right back after this break, and we're back.
No,
Did I do it right?
you have to leave. You have to leave more space.
Okay. We'll be right back after this break.
Make this fall the tastiest season yet with farm fresh produce and easy autumn-inspired recipes delivered right to your door with HelloFresh.
What I love about HelloFresh is that it saves me so much time. I don't have to go to the grocery store. I don't have to buy a bunch of extra ingredients. It comes straight to my door. I know after a long day of work, I know exactly what's in the fridge to cook and eat, and it comes together in like almost 30 minutes.
We all have had that experience of like, I'm gonna buy the big bushel of broccoli and then like you use it and then the rest of it goes bad. Or like I'm gonna buy a whole package of green onions and then like half of them you never get to. The amazing thing about HelloFresh meals is that they're pre-portioned, so you get just the ingredients you need to make the meal. Plus the instructions are really clear and they have pictures.
Well, the pictures really sent me.
Well, because it's just like, oh, okay, now I know I'm on track. My pan looks like their pan.
Yes.
Love that.
Whip up tasty restaurant-style meals in your own kitchen without the high price tag of takeout and in less time than it takes to get delivery.
Choose from a changing menu of over 50 recipes each week. Plus, take your pick from over 100 market add-on items like desserts, breakfast, and snacks. The breakfast is amazing. Those
The
egg
breakfasts are
bites.
so good. And the oatmeal, with preferences like fit and wholesome, quick and easy, or vegetarian, you'll always find something to love from HelloFresh.
And skip trips to the grocery store. Count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit.
Get 10 free meals at HelloFresh.com/free sloppy.
Applied across 7 boxes, new subscribers only, varies by plan.
That's 10 free HelloFresh meals just by going to HelloFresh.com/free sloppy. And we're back. Okay.
How did
How did you two meet?
yeah.
We actually met
on
Church?
Facebook.
on Facebook. It's a very long story, but we
It's
met on
not that,
Facebook.
It's not that long.
Okay. Well,
Get her, Johnny.
damn it. Okay, we met on Facebook. Help me in an abusive relationship.
No.
Seems like you want it.
Blink twice.
He's draining my bank account. Okay, we met on Facebook. We
Yes.
just started talking. Do you remember when Facebook used to have like sexy groups?
Yes.
Remember that?
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
so exciting.
she remembers.
I was-
There was
never
one
invited
group
me.
that I was in that Candy Muse was in before Drag Race, and she posted like a bunch of videos. And then one time
With that
someone added a big old. She blocked me on Sniffies.
Aw.
And then
Fat.
someone added Naomi Smalls to the group, and
Oh.
Naomi's first post was, "What the is this? Get me out of here! I got what you eat." And she quickly just said like, real
She's
name has left the chat.
Yeah. Work.
I don't remember those groups. Never,
Yeah, they
Oh, I
were,
was
they were
in
like
them.
sexy Facebook
Yeah.
groups. They got shut down pretty quick though. There was like
Yeah.
a sweet spot for like a year.
Yeah.
It was when you could get away with posting things inside them, and now it's monitored the same as Facebook, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't get any pictures or nothing. So there is
Ah.
groups there with chat, and you have to be particular about how you talk, and it's just
Anyways, we met on one of
mixes
those.
at the fun.
Yeah,
Just,
and
like, what was it called? Horny slut.
they were all called different things, but I mean, there
Begins
were
with
hundreds of
FF.
them. Oh yeah, it was a
Oh.
fisting one.
friends.
So you
for-
were friends for life.
Yeah.
FFL.
But we used to DM each other, and we'd chat and talk all the time.
I had a boyfriend at the time.
Homewrecker.
So you're a mess and you're a homewrecker.
Yeah, totally. Well,
Oh yeah.
so
Because that sounds like a you, bro.
That sounds like boyfriend problem.
this
Not
guy,
me,
this guy
bro.
that I was dating, I'm still really good friends with him. He's great.
We're both really good friends.
yeah,
with him.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's great.
Yeah. He was a big.
I used to chat with him a lot too.
Do you guys remember? God, what was his name? Kyle King.
Kyle
He was
King.
Yeah.
like the
Kyle
last
King.
big star.
He was
that
doing studio
like,
stuff
Oh, you want me to do
exclusive.
that?
yeah,
Can you
yeah.
look that one up?
Sure.
Anyways, I was dating Kyle King, and we were
That name sounds
just
so
like
familiar.
best friends.
Yeah.
Like we got along so well. We had like the same type of sense of humor. We're just like silly. I don't know, and that's kind of all it was. And we had broken up before, and it didn't really stick because we were like living together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he was on my search page. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I wasn't typing that name into Pornhub.
Yeah.
But he looks familiar.
Yeah. And
He's a really
he's
sweet
a
guy.
great guy. I love him to pieces. But it was just we were just really good friends. And sexually it was a little hard because we were both doing and he had done for so long that like just felt like work to him. And I was just sort of getting into the time. And so I was like had all of the sexual energy and it just
He
wasn't
was like, babe, let's
matching
do a puzzle.
up. Yeah, exactly. And so I kind of started talking to Lee, but then Kyle was also talking to Lee. Like we were all kind of, sneaking around.
He's messy.
You're a mess.
Well, we were like open, like it was fine. Like nothing was
Also, like
behind
prior
anyone's
to
back.
kind of like, I enjoy like time with couples. Like I was very much not looking for anything serious.
I love being the third. I love being
No,
a
no, yeah,
co-star.
like-
Why wouldn't you?
yeah,
Special guest star.
in,
star.
out,
You get in,
kind of
you
like
get out.
Yeah.
leave it.
Sometimes they fight in front of you. And
And you
go.
can dip.
You go.
Yeah, you
I
can
gotta
You
get out
say,
of here."
I'll take the trash out. It's fine.
One time they were fighting and I got up and I'm like, I'm gonna, and they went, wait.
And you said this is going too
And
fast.
then they
for
were
me. I
like,
need
we
to
just gotta
leave."
get back into it.
I told you the story when I was this couple in Chicago that the one who never was like me, and I started
Oh,
to.
that's a thing.
And the other one was like, I'm gonna go walk the dog.
Oh yeah,
and
no,
got up and
that's a full thing. Or when one leaves the room and they're like, "You me so much better than the other one," or
And
like
you're like,
whatever.
shut the
and
up.
I don't
Don't
wanna
say
hear
that.
that.
Yeah.
Why did he leave?
Yeah. Bring him back.
That's like a couple game. Like
Yeah, it's
where
weird.
any couples that like set like very hard rules, like no kissing or like no sex unless they're both in the room.
You try to break those rules.
No, I don't want to. I
No, he
genuinely
doesn't.
don't.
They do.
Oh,
I
yeah,
actually,
they
I
do
actually,
do
set
that.
things-
I actually,
they've set
I
those
actually
rules so they
enjoy,
can
I
break 'em.
enjoy like just hanging around with couples. Like always did. Like I was happily single, like traveling the world, got to like hang out with people, having fun.
Yeah.
You're
Having
a
fun.
villain.
Me,
I don't know. Something about you.
It gets worse.
Okay, something about you, Will.
Just wait. So we started talking, and Lee, his birthday's in June, so like Pride Month, and I was living in San Francisco with Kyle. And he was like, I'm gonna be visiting San Francisco for my birthday during Pride Month. Do you want to hang out? And I was like, I'm gonna be really busy. I was working at like the Eagle at the time, and I was like also like filming at the same time. So it was just a lot to try and meet up with someone, especially that I didn't know already.
Mm.
And so I just kind of told him it's probably not gonna happen just because it's a lot. And so after my shift on the Sunday of Pride at the Eagle, I went to a big party that my friends were throwing and stayed there for a little bit. And as I was leaving, there was this guy like screaming at a bouncer. And I was like, what is going on? And then so I kind of like walked down a little bit and I was like, oh, is he like seems really angry. He's like Scottish or something. Like, who's this dude?
You are a villain.
And I was just kind of watching it happen. And then I turned around and it was Johnny, and I was like, "Oh, hey!" And he was like, "Hey!" He was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I was leaving. What are you doing?"
He's like getting into a fight. That's
Yeah.
Now, what were you yelling at this bouncer about?
Oh, because they wouldn't let me in. He said,
How are you gonna get that? Wait, why wouldn't they
Typical
let you
bouncer.
in?
they said they were over capacity, and there was literally like tens of people walking out like every couple of seconds, and I was like, "Listen, my friends are inside. I have a ticket.
Oh.
Like, I'll wait until it comes out, but can I get in?" And they just kept on passing me around, and I just got really frustrated.
Yeah.
But
He took that
then-
If I would have
frustration
bought
out
a
of me.
ticket, I
Oh,
would
is
have
that
been
what
mad.
happened
Yeah.
immediately in the
Well,
alley?
well, yeah, I know, but
No, which
I-
alley?
well, I called my boyfriend and I was like, "Hey, this guy that we both talked to, he's here. I'm with him. We can all have a good time. Let's do it." And he was like, "No, I'm sad." And I was like, "You know what? Fine. I'm going to Steamworks." And so we went to Steamworks.
Healthy.
Yeah, no, not
Over
healthy.
the bridge.
Yeah, we
communication.
went to Berkeley and went to Steamworks, and it was very busy. There were no rooms available, so we basically were having with people to like get in their room and basically like push them out of the room.
These
You
two?
two are so evil.
I told him I loved him that night.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
See, I'm not the villain.
Well, I'm a mess too. I never said I wasn't a mess.
That is
I know.
wild behavior.
I love it.
And how quickly
I
after
wanna
that
be-
did you move to the UK?
Yeah.
It was like a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
at
yeah.
least-
Talking online, or were you? Did you?
Well, no,
Well,
finish-
we were really lucky. So I spent another week in San Francisco. And
just cause,
Well, I was
or
on like
cause for love.
no, I was
No.
like on a big trip. I was
Now,
just
when
staying.
you said "I love you," sorry to go back.
At
I didn't mean to
Steamworks.
interrupt you.
Mhm.
It was in Steamworks,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and were you at the time?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Did you say I love you,
Yeah.
Dad?
Did you
No,
say "I
he
love
s-
you"
no,
back?
No, he said,
I
"I
think-
love you,"
Yeah, I think it was just
and I
very.
thought you're crazy.
And here we are.
True love wins.
I was like-
you know
I-
what? Love
Love
wins.
But I said it.
I
in,
was like, "This is
and
the
love
kind.
will
This
find
is
a
this is something you put back."
Yeah. Well, no, I said it in that way that like.
And you were like, he called me. You were like, he called me a thing. I'm in. That is
It
nuts.
just worked, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does.
So then a year later you moved to the UK.
Well, yeah, we did a year of back and forth, which was extremely expensive
Yes.
and very
Business
stressful.
class. You know what I mean?
And then like
Oh,
neither-
it was not
no,
business
it
class
was. Are
back
you
then.
kidding? That was not.
But if you,
that's
if
a recent
sometimes
thing.
you can luck out and get on one of those flights that like literally no one's on.
Well,
Oh
no,
yeah,
you
that
do
happens.
all
Yeah,
row.
yeah, that happened like more than a handful.
Yeah,
of
I
times.
don't
we,
understand why
we had
those
the we
planes
had the
travel like
conversation
that.
the other
they
day.
have to. You know, if they don't fly the route, they lose it.
Yeah, there's
Airlines
there's all kinds
buy
of fees.
different routes.
Girl, I don't care about an airline. I'm trying to figure out why how this is working.
It's the cage. That's
It's
what.
the,
yeah,
it's
makes
the
it work.
crazy. It's the crazies.
Okay, so then you moved to Manchester.
Manchester.
We're actually-
Liverpool.
yeah, we moved to
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
That's more rural.
Well, you're missing the wedding.
Oh, the wedding.
You're missing the
Was it
wedding.
a courthouse wedding?
Yeah,
It
kind
was
of.
a bathhouse wedding.
No, it was.
That would be kind.
Well, because neither one of us like ever wanted to get married or like saw us getting married ever, but
Right.
we were doing like a year of back and forth, and that was exhausting. And so we kind of just hit this.
And
point.
we had always talked about getting married because, like,
yeah,
Because
yeah,
you loved
yeah.
each other.
Because you love.
yeah.
Yeah, but we
I love
basically
you.
made the decision.
And we were very similar. That was like, I think that's what, like, we just worked really well together. We'd already spent weeks and weeks together at a time. It wasn't like this kind of fleeting holiday thing.
Right.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
saw each other at like very low moments.
Because when in our in betweens, we were doing like a month together at a time,
Mm.
and then
Right.
2 week break, and then a month
Oh.
together, then like
Yeah.
2 week break.
Wow.
That's a lot of time together.
Yeah, no, yeah,
we
were
just
like,
really liked each other.
Yeah.
really,
and we still do. I mean, we're together all the
Constantly.
time.
Yeah, like in each other's pockets, like constantly.
Well, he's in your pocket.
well, yeah. Yeah, I can't get a
Joke.
So the wedding.
Anyways, yeah, the wedding. So we went to Vegas,
Okay.
and his dad, as like a wedding present, got us a suite at the
Bellagio.
Bellagio.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was fancy, like marble and
Wow.
velvet. It was so dumb. And we went
Panoramic
and got,
views.
Yeah.
You're remembering Circus, aren't you?
Yeah. Crusty
no.
carpet.
Oh.
I didn't choose it.
No, it was me. I did.
Anyways, we went to what is it called? Like the Little Whitechapel, the one
Oh,
where
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
love that one.
and we were gonna get an Elvis impersonator to do it, but then we
Mhm.
saw the Elvis impersonator and we were like, "Oh, that's kind of sad." Like,
Not in a fun way.
yeah,
either.
it was not. It was not in like a fun camp way. It was kind of like in
a
a
sad.
ooh, kind of way. So we had Terry marry us, and she was
With
like,
an eye.
"Yeah, Terry with an I." She was like your favorite third grade teacher.
Fun.
Terry
that
from
was-
Trip Crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the wedding.
You'll get that at home.
I don't-
Y'all get that one.
That was the wedding, and then we moved to Liverpool.
Yeah, I used to party. Oh,
Yeah, we used to party a lot. We don't party anymore.
So
We're sober.
Vegas was.
You're
like,
sober now?
Yeah, we
See,
partied too
sober
much.
People are fun.
We partied
told
way
you.
too much.
I have the occasional drink.
Yeah,
I
I can't.
Thank you so much.
because
now
I'll
I like
I'll
him
start
more.
doing
Okay.
very hard things.
Oh,
No,
that
not.
makes-
But, you know.
But yeah. One thing
the
leads to
one.
another. Yeah. Wait. So, do you like it over there more than America?
I do. Yeah.
Everyone says that.
Well, it's like you don't really realize like how much trauma the American lifestyle bears down on you until you like leave for a significant amount of time. You know, like they're like when you're here, it's like constantly like people taking away your rights, people doing hate crimes, lots of gun violence, mass shooting, school shooting, you know, just like all the time. And then you get over there, and I just like felt like I could relax. Like I could go to a movie and not like in the back of my head think like, oh wait, is someone gonna bring like a semi-automatic rifle in here? You know, like it's crazy. And then like a big culture shock moment that I had is when I was talking to like a group of Lee's friends, and I realized that they didn't have active shooter drills at schools.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, that's really up. That's really up that I had to like go through that as a kid. But
Totally.
yeah, I don't know. And then on top of that, it's like, I mean, there's problems. Like the NHS has problems, but it's
But also,
socialized
once
healthcare,
you've
like-
used it, you're like, oh, I'm so.
yeah, like
And he has used it
free
like a couple
healthcare.
of
I use it
times,
all the
like,
time.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's great.
Well, and there's also like the hustle that we have. Like
Mhm.
obviously people work hard, but then it's like, oh no, then these 3 weeks we do a vacation or a holiday or
Yeah.
like the idea of traveling is like it's such a big deal here to like
Yeah.
take
Oh, yeah,
time
yeah.
off work.
People in the UK just travel all over Europe all the time.
they're
Like
just
if
Well,
they
it's
don't
very
get like
small and very easy to get around.
yeah, but I feel
Very
like
petite kind of continent
Tiny
over
little
there.
place.
it is very small. You do
Yeah.
realize that it's very small when you're over there. It's
Yeah.
very
But
like
we just have a
small town vibe.
We just have a better way of life. Like we have
Yeah.
like a 3-bedroom house, huge garden. We have a really nice car. We get to like travel, and it's not like he was here with like living with like 4 flatmates.
Is there-
paying
Well,
more
yeah,
over
Yeah,
San
more in
Francisco,
San
yeah,
Francisco.
of
Jesus.
more
course.
than I am for like a 3-story house in the
Like-
UK. Yeah.
Are
Oh,
there
myself.
American things that you still romanticize, like from growing up and like having a sense of America? You're like, oh,
Probably not
the-
anymore.
Yeah, I've been here a lot.
Oh, okay. So you're like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
trash.
Yeah, because I used to kind of come here like I used to like escort here from like
Yeah.
young for like a month or 2 at a time, and I've been over here with him a lot, and I traveled. Well, I've got a lot of friends here, so not so much anymore.
okay.
Because when I was younger, I was like, I'm gonna live in New York City, and then I went there. I went
You're
there.
like, oh, this place is dumb.
You're
Yeah,
like,
and I
oh,
was
there are
like-
no alleyways. There's
Yeah.
garbage everywhere.
Rat.
Oh, unless I have $80 million, I can't be in a clean space. New York is wild.
New York is gross.
Yeah.
That food.
Love
though.
it though. The
Yeah,
good
we're
food,
going in,
though.
like,
Oh yeah,
August.
that's the thing. That's the big difference. Is the food here?
Yeah.
Is
The food
better.
here is way better. The food in the UK is like beige at best.
Yeah.
It's
I will say-
But it
But I
has
do
less
like
chemicals.
going to a pub, getting one.
It
It
does.
does have
No,
less
it is better
chemicals.
for you.
I will
yeah.
say this too: the fast food for me, for an American who has
For
tasted,
me.
For me, para me.
as an
For me, a
American-
bodybuilder, let me tell you about the fast food that I eat.
I don't eat it a lot, but
Uh-huh.
when I do, the fast food in the UK tastes like it's real food.
Mm.
Whereas you know
Until you get mad cow disease and your brain starts rotting.
how you can do that here too.
Sure.
No, we have bird flu here. Not
Yeah,
bird
okay,
flu.
sorry.
Get it
Okay,
right.
sorry.
We don't feed our cows cows.
All right, we have to take another break.
Did you hear that? And we're back down. You know Wicked?
Yeah, I saw it in Manchester with Lee.
Manchester.
Manchester. I did not like it. I liked the first part. No. Okay.
First act.
No. I liked the first part. What I didn't like about it is that the second part felt like
When you say part, do you mean the time after the intermission?
the
Okay,
act.
great. Just making sure.
Just
Well,
double
no.
checking.
Okay, so the second act feels extremely rushed, and it also feels like they are trying to
He's listened to the podcast.
make it.
Shoehorn.
No. I genuinely felt this. They tried to make it line perfectly up with when the Wizard of Oz started.
Mhm.
And I was like, why couldn't they just let her be a wicked witch in a tower for a while and then the action of the Wizard of Oz can
Exactly.
happen after that? Why does it have to be so
Why
Well,
did
maybe
the
they
first?
will.
Why was the first act all about girl bossery, and then the second act is just like whatever?
And then also, if you're gonna have Dorothy in it, then like show Dorothy,
Yeah, not
like
just
have
like a
her,
shadow
you know,
skipping
like
away.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on.
It felt like such a non-thing.
Come
I
on,
think
Stephen,
the
whoever
movie,
wrote that book.
Stephen and whomever. I think that the movie is going to really open that up.
Oh yeah, it's
'Cause
gonna.
they have
It's
a whole
like also
second
based off
movie.
of the book
Open
too.
her.
The book.
The
I
book
thought
is
they might
really-
because the trailer was pretty much all of the movie,
Yeah,
all
all
of the
the play.
musical.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
And
whole
I was like,
thing,
if
yeah.
they're showing us this much, there must be a lot more,
Yeah.
which
It's
I'm not mad
coming.
at.
Are they like writing new songs for the movie?
No, they're
Oh,
gonna
okay.
use the music from this.
Okay,
music.
they're just gonna
Oh well, I actually
stretch
don't
it
know.
out.
They might
Stretch it out.
Speaking of
stretch
it out. Wait, first I want to ask you before we get into the body gore.
Uh-huh.
Body
Body
gore.
body
I'm
horror.
just kidding. I want to ask you about your tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna
Can
see
you
it.
make those points clap?
Yeah, I can. Hang on.
Oh my god. Now, I might be your mom for a second and ask why.
Isn't it fun?
It is fun.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
I got it done like 2 years ago, and it's still like my favorite toy.
You're like
I
freedom.
love it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Did it hurt?
Yeah. So it
Yeah.
didn't hurt when I got it done because you're numb. But when that numbing wears off, it is the most excruciating pain for 5 days. I felt like a prisoner in my own body. I couldn't talk. I felt like my mouth was sewn up because I like couldn't talk. I couldn't eat.
And then the stitches, your tongue swells.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's
so
tighter.
so what they do?
I was gonna get it done until I seen the healing.
Oh, because then you guys could scissor 'em.
Yeah. Yeah. So what they do is they pull your tongue out with
like a
forceps?
Yeah, there's two people. There's two people.
Two?
One holds the tongue
Talking
out.
to that mic.
One holds the tongue out. And then the other one makes like an incision down and then cuts out. And then when that's done, they sew up each side. And then you have those stitches
Is
in
it
for 5
bleeding?
days.
I will say
There's
I
blood,
watched
but
I
not a
watched
ton.
it. It isn't really that intense. It's quick and clean, and they've
The
done
scalpel
it.
goes
Like,
quick.
it's all just kind of like
Yeah, it's
very
pretty
neat and precise.
intense.
Because it's a
I
pi-
watched
it's
it
a-
and I was
the
like,
whole
oh
thing
wow,
is
I
a
feel like I want to get mine
muscle.
done.
Yeah.
And I was like deadly against getting it done. And then I watched and I was like, oh no, that
Wait,
looks
stick your
nice.
tongue
Yeah.
out. Yeah, it's okay.
But
How's it feel?
it doesn't
like two.
I feel like,
Can you like pick something up with it? Like
I'm not that
Wrap a
good
straw around
yet.
it?
I can't.
You should be able to fold laundry with it. You don't have to-
Origami, yeah. Well, what's really weird is when I had first got it done. Well, first off, what makes it so painful is the stitches on either side. Your tongue swells, and the stitches stay in there, so they're like embedded. It's just like a lot of pressure. And then as soon as the stitches come out, it's like so much relief. Like it just does. It's all healed. It doesn't hurt anymore.
I took the stitches out.
Yeah, it took like
We
5
were,
hours.
we were in lockdown, so we couldn't get like a nurse's appointment to like get it like sorted out.
Yeah, it was
the
wild.
NHS didn't want to deal with that.
No, they didn't want to do it. But after I got it done, your mouth feels different because
Yeah,
you're
do you
feeling it
talk
with like half
different?
of your
Yeah, yeah,
tongue.
the full
I
lisp,
had like
yeah.
a lisp for a while. Yeah, I had to like relearn how to whistle and like talk and stuff. But your mouth,
Whistle.
yeah,
Whistle
yeah.
through
I
it.
couldn't.
Who's whistling?
I
in
couldn't.
it?
I whistle all the time.
No one whistles
The lady
anymore.
from Kill Bill, she whistles.
She's, that was years ago.
That was one calendar year ago.
No one whistles anymore. I can't believe you wasted time learning that.
my god.
Oh, I thought this was a fun podcast. I thought we whistled on this podcast.
We hit whistle tones. Does it?
Gorgeous.
Do people like it on their? I
Yeah,
guess you would know.
I think-
What's the difference?
Not much.
Yeah,
I think it's more of a it's a visual thing.
It's a visual thing. I mean,
So if you can kind of come up at the side and kind of, you know, the way like when people do that, like give and they do the eyes and kind of look up,
Look up,
and you kind of get that kind of.
and then you get double tongue.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, as well. So I think it's more of like a brain.
And then you go like a
Visual stimulus.
Because
What
it's
is
so,
it called to have your tongue like that?
I don't know.
You know, like this is a
Forked tongue. I don't.
forked. Yeah, I guess that's what a snake's tongue
serpent
is
tongue.
called.
You can call it that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it
What
had like
other
a term.
wild body modifications have you done?
I have a ring on my like a lip ring. So it's like an emo kid.
Oh,
I don't-
off to
I
the
don't have
side.
that.
Oh, I was like,
I was like, how does that work?
No, I don't have that.
my friend got like his taint pierced.
he's
I
got
have
the, he's
that.
got the taste.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just have
he doesn't
piercings.
like it I think he took it out.
I love mine. But I feel like most any sort of like body mods or like kinks in general are very visual.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's like the main thing is visual. I mean, a lot of people say that getting their nipples pierced will make them more sensitive or whatever. That didn't happen with me. It just feel like I like the way it looks. You know, I just feel like it's more of like a visual thing for me than it ever is like an actual feeling thing.
And are your ears gauged at the same size?
I think they are.
Yeah,
now,
pretty much.
You can share it.
We've both had we share everything.
Yeah, we do. We're
It's
in
weird
the same
because
clothes.
we were like I know
You
now
share the same
we
pump-
look completely
pump
different,
covers.
but most of the time we look exactly the same.
Yeah, I dressed up today.
I don't think you guys look the
You
same.
don't look
Well, this is different.
Clothing wise,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
just
yeah.
both in cargos and t-shirts,
Yeah.
or gym
Got it,
clothes
got
all
it.
the
Yeah,
time.
I wear
would-
sweatpants.
So people
like
think you're
most days.
straight.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that a joke? Why are you laughing?
People think.
And you bodybuild, like, do you compete?
I have. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I will compete again.
Yes.
It was rough.
Why?
It was probably more rough for Lee or Johnny than
Wow.
me.
Dead name.
I know.
You've been doing it all time. The whole time
Have I?
you've been flip flopping.
Oh,
Well, I
really?
don't.
We don't. keep
Cat's
out.
out of the bag.
Well, you're
His
all,
name's
everything
Lee.
is linked on all your socials. You're not hiding it. No, someone, we always bleep our names, and someone called in and was like, our friend recently reshared an episode of the
I was like
podcast.
5 years old.
It was old that we had done with them on their show, and they were like, "Hey, FYI, on this show, you both say your real names and like an old podcast you used to host." And I was like, "Yeah, it's not like it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
We just like choose not to."
Yeah.
Well, especially for
But
me, like I don't
I-
care what
yeah.
people call me. Like if people call me my real,
And isn't
I
your
prefer if people call me
your and then step on my face?
Yeah,
Your real name is a name too.
Colton
Oh,
Long.
it's so poor.
Colton
oh my
Long.
God, that is
Col-
a porn
Colton
name.
James Long is my
Okay,
government
well,
name. Yeah,
well.
that is
And they were
very
like,
gonna find your
"Ah,
address."
porn."
Well, when I was living in San Francisco and I first started performing, someone who worked at the gym was like, "Is that your actual name?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "Oh, that's my name." So there was a Colton Long out there for a
San
minute.
Francisco really is like the capital.
Well, how about
That used to be
Berlin?
Vegas. Oh, I guess Berlin.
Not really.
They don't make
Uh,
porn.
They're
There's just a lot of stars
yeah.
who live there.
Yeah,
Not even there. There's
that.
just
yeah.
people
Just
who
visit
it's
a
very
lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sexual
It's
as
just-
a place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of sex and a lot of like anything goes.
And
kind
every
of
single bar will have like
scenarios.
a dark room, but a proper one, not like a
Like a
full
corner.
Yeah.
They'll have like a real one.
What's the one?
And maybe there are
the
less
E-
stars there
Amsterdam
because
has,
you
like, a
can
nice
just
little
do
thing.
it.
Oh, do they? I've never
Yeah.
been.
Yeah, down in the
That's
basement.
interesting.
Friend of mine got trapped.
She's still down there. Let her out.
Wait, I wanted to ask about this. You mentioned this earlier when they were talking about fashion. But what is the deal in bodybuilding with a pump cover?
Oh, I'll tell you.
Oh.
I don't
Yeah, why don't you tell
understand
us?
this
Yeah, yeah.
oversized
Yeah.
t-shirts to make yourself feel petite.
Well, no. It's,
Tiny.
okay.
Oh, I'm
So-
so I have these muscles, but you can barely fill out a t-shirt.
It's a strip show.
It's a full on like strip show. It's like I don't feel confident walking into the gym in a tank top because I don't have a pump on. I feel small.
Do you know what that means?
When you lift weights and you get
You
big.
get
get
like a
your
little
pump.
pump.
You get a
Yeah. So they walk in not feeling super confident, but then when they get a couple sets in, they do a couple exercises, they start to feel better, the pump cover comes off, and then it's a show.
Pump cover.
This happens a lot
My
in our
gym, you
gym.
have to wear a shirt.
Oh, well, it's still a tank
That's
top.
not true. We literally work out in someone's backyard.
I have a gym membership.
Do you ever go
Yes, I get on the elliptical.
over there at the Everybody's?
At the everybody. Well,
At the everybody.
A lot of blue hairs in there.
Whoa.
A lot of blue hairs up in that everybody gym.
Well, also there's shirts underneath the pump covers.
That's the point. It's like a strip show. It's like
Yeah.
you go.
So
like
there's like a
sexier.
tank top underneath, and then
The straight boys in our gym do it all the time.
yeah.
And then how often are the straight boys coming over asking you questions?
Oh, they love to talk.
Yeah, they
They
love
want
to
your
talk.
attention.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, they could. Our gym is very friendly.
Our
Yeah.
gym is crazy. Our gym has like
They'll be like, "Hey, bro, can you come in the room?" And they'll strip down to like the thing and
We
want
take
you
a
to take
video.
a picture. And they'll, "Can you do a video for my coach?" And then they're like,
absolutely I will.
"Yeah."
Absolutely I will. I'll
You're
take
like,
one on
"Why
my
are you
phone
getting-
too.
And then
why
it's
are
the
you
like,
getting hard.
No, but I think all bodybuilders, like especially straight bodybuilders, they
Love to
just
show off.
really love attention and they love to be adored. Like that's the name of the game, right? It's everyone like,
Muscle
oh, look at their
worship.
muscles, look how big they are, look at
Oh.
them, you know. So gay men are gonna give that to you all day,
Oh, yeah.
all day long. So
Oh,
they
yeah,
love us.
baby.
Oh, yeah.
because women will not.
Women won't do that, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They really look at them like, okay, big
Yeah.
muscles.
Well, a lot of women I think
I
are
want a
like,
skinny mullet with
smaller.
yeah.
Oh, right.
I think a lot of women don't like huge muscle freaks.
Yeah.
But
Or-
gay men do.
Or if they do, it's an expectation. Like
Mm.
my man is big and built. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna
And
like,
yeah, they're
fawn
usually like
over
Yeah,
it.
workout
yeah,
girls,
yeah.
too.
True. Very true.
Interesting.
So,
Yep.
Wait.
how much protein you get in a day?
Ooh, I could give you the breakdowns, but honestly, I just follow the exact plan that my coach gives me
Mm.
because I don't
You
want to
ever
have to think
blend-
about it.
You ever blending up chicken?
No, I won't do that. We do meal prep a lot though.
But we do like
Now,
glu-
here's my thing about meal prepping. By day 3,
Oh,
that chicken starts to taste like
you gotta
chicken.
freeze it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, I eat
By
the same
day
thing.
4, you're like, am I allowed to eat this anymore?
Oh no, we
Am I
freeze
supposed
it.
to eat this if it's mold? Like, does it get moldy?
No,
We eat so much that we freeze it.
So we'll do like we do different meal preps. Mine's funny,
Yeah, his is a little less.
but still
strict.
good. But like his is like chicken. Mine's like chicken with like some spice
Seasoning.
and some seasoning. And
You don't get the seasons. Mine's chicken with spice and
the
seasoning.
fun is that you season it.
I get the peri peri chicken.
No, he
I have,
also
like-
does
I like
another
that-
British favorite, adds beans.
I
Oh,
don't,
I
I
love a
don't have
bean.
beans
Yeah.
to my chicken.
Oh,
Chicken and
Wow.
beans.
Chicken and
couple fight-
beans.
Fighting, couple fighting. in
fight.
front of us.
I'm
yeah.
staying in the room.
Help.
I mean,
Help me.
Go walk the dog.
It's gonna hit me.
The blood sausage is his favorite.
Oh yeah.
No.
What is it?
Do you actually like that?
No,
Oh,
it's gross. It's like a hockey puck of like cartilage and blood and
Every time
entrails.
I go to the
It's
UK,
so
I'm always
tasty.
like, I want a full
Entrails.
English breakfast, and then they bring
and then
that, and I
the
like
puck out.
and I
Yeah,
throw it on
it's
the
like-
floor.
Yeah, it's like
You
Yeah.
said it. You put it
Yeah.
under the table.
Just-
and
just-
let
Bring me
them
the
eat it.
mushrooms.
Just
or
throw it at the waiter.
Wait, and you recently we want to talk about
Mm.
because
You recently went to the hospital for accident,
told me we were going to talk about that.
and well, here we are.
We were here
what's on
to
Twitter.
promote our book.
Ooh, his nipples are tiny.